Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to CS History, episode number 5, where we're going to take a look at the German Open legend Johnny R, one of the best Opers of all time and largely forgotten about these days. So Jonas Bollock, or Johnny R, played Counter-Strike from 2001 until 2006. He was a massively instrumental member of Mousesports. He's one of the reasons why Mousesports became such a big organisation in my opinion. He was an absolutely brilliant player for Mousesports. You can see him playing here on the screen now on Aztec in CS 1.3. This is a version where you can actually jump and shoot with a pistol. A lot of fun, I loved it. So Jonas actually got into gaming when he was 13. He used to play Worms, obviously not competitive, there's no competitive Worms scene, but a few years after playing Worms he found Quake, played Quake for about a year and then came to CS in early 2000s, and he instantly fell in love with the game and became quickly known as one of the best AWPers in the game. In fact, I'll go out on a limb and say he was known as the best AWPer for many years in Counter-Strike. So information on Johnny R is actually really difficult to find, and it's a big shame because, like I said, you are talking about one of the greatest Counter-Strike players ever to play the game, and these days he's not even mentioned on the Mousesports Wikipedia page, yet he was such a big part of that team. It's a real big shame. So hopefully, I might even do it myself, someone will go and edit that Mousesports page and add a little bit of a mention to Johnny R because he really deserves it. So Johnny R actually earned about $24,000 in prize money over 5 years. Now that might not sound like too much for you these days with the big CSGO prize tournaments, but you have to think this is early Counter-Strike. 2000 to 2006, he paved the way for what Counter-Strike is today. Tournaments back then did not give that much prize money out. For example, he came third in the biggest major back in 2003, which was CPL Summer. It was probably the second biggest actually behind CPL Winter, but still a huge tournament, and he came away with about $3,000 from that, so not too much. He also dominated the German scene for quite a while, so EPS, the ESL Pro Series, he won that for many years, earning around 4,000 prize money from that. So if you go off today's tournaments, if you came third at DreamHack Cluj, for example, sorry if I said that wrong, but if you came third at that event, you would get about $22,000. So Johnny R actually got prize money from about 15 big events, so you can see, although he didn't come out with too much prize money, if it was these days, he'd be very rich. So Johnny R is a player who I would say back then was far ahead of the competition with only a few other players such as Heaton and Potty. So these days, if you look at Counter-Strike at the very top level, you have quite a few dozen players who can compete at the highest level, and you have hundreds if not thousands of very highly skilled players around or just below that level. Back then that wasn't the case. You had certain players who were much better than everyone else and they used to dominate the scene. So for example, this demo on the screen now is of Johnny R at LAN back in 2002 against a team called SDK, and he actually ended up getting 56 kills and 7 deaths in one half. Now SDK were a top level team, by no means, but it just goes to show how good Johnny R was back then. So from 2001 to 2006, Johnny R dominated the German scene, winning most of the competitions in Germany, such as EPS, which is ESL Pro Series. For international events, he also had some very good placings. For example, he won Game June in 2003, he came 4th in CPL 2003 Summer, he also came 3rd in WCG, or World Cyber Game, so some very big competitions. It is worth mentioning that while Johnny R did place in competitions in 2005 and 2006, such as EPS in Germany, he did actually step back from Counter-Strike in 2004, so 2005 and 6 were not big years for him. So the reason that he actually stepped back was due to personal reasons, and a bit of a funny question I saw him get asked in an interview about why he quit was, do you have a girlfriend now? Now that's not the reason that Johnny R quit at all, but I think it's quite funny to see that that's how far Counter-Strike has come on. Like, there's no way that if a professional player quit these days, someone would ask him, is it because you have a girlfriend? It's completely irrelevant. You would not see Get Right quitting because he had a girlfriend. That's not the reason that Johnny R quit either, but it just shows that how far Counter-Strike has come on, that is not even a question anymore. So thanks for watching guys, that is the end of this episode. I do have a few more episodes in this series, one on Heaton, one on Spawn, one on the old rule sets that people used to play, and one on North American CS versus European CS. So thanks again for watching. If you have enjoyed, please do leave a comment below. It's great to see everyone's feedback, it means a lot to me, and also for people who subscribe, that means a ton to me. It lets me know that you guys do appreciate and enjoy my content, and it will mean that I can bring you better content in the future. So thanks again, and I'll see you next time.
Spawn plays it smart. He's going to be able to sneak run in there. He's working his way in there.